A Canadian pastor has been sentenced to a life of hard labor in a North Korean prison. Hyun Soo Im was charged with trying to undermine the country, but family says he was only doing humanitarian work. Howard Gould reports on the harsh and unusual sentence.
Canadian pastor Hyun Soo Im had confessed before and did again, telling the court he had intended to confuse the minds of the North Korean people. Standard, likely scripted stuff, say human rights activists, who say these days Western prisoners are usually sentenced in theatrical fashion and later released, sometimes after just a few months. But this proceeding went off script. The prisoner sentenced to not the usual 8 to 15 years in prison, but hard labor and life.
You look at that. And
Jack Kim is a human rights advocate who knows the pastor. We reached him in South Korea.
life imprisonment also is very troubling because it's quite unprecedented.
Hyun Soo Im's home base is a church in the Toronto area. In North Korea, he supports a nursing home, a nursery, and an orphanage. He was arrested earlier this year after dozens of trips without incidents. In recent weeks, the Canadian government has been quietly lobbying for his release. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau in Ottawa today.
Obviously, we have tremendous concern about it. The issues of North Korea's governance and judicial system are well known.
Still, North Korea has released several Western prisoners recently, and Jack Kim hopes that the life sentence is a prelude to a similar move.
They're not in provocation mode at this point in time, so there are a couple of factors that do lean towards the fact that the pastor may be released sometime in the near future.
Until that happens, there will be doubt and concern for a Canadian imprisoned somewhere in North Korea. Howard Gould, CBC News, Toronto.